Hey guys, I'm JoMo, and today we're going to be playing Stardew Valley. Come join me. Good morning, guys. We had to leave the fire on last night because it was a little chilly out. Let's get to the farm. Oh, hey Clint. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. Ore is like a special kind of rock sediment that contains valuable things like minerals and gems. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace, says Clint. Oh, okay. It just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around here. I want you to have them. What? Clint is so nice bringing us a furnace, a blueprint for a furnace. Now we can actually learn how to build a furnace, and a furnace is going to be used to heat some of the ore we find. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. So Clint is going to help us with that later. When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. Bye, Clint. Wow, that's so nice of Clint. Let's check our mail. I've got some new items in stock, a deluxe fishing pole and some bait that you can attach to it. You can use bait to make fish bite faster. Hope to see you soon, Willie. That's nice of Willie to let us know that. And there's one more letter here. I'd like to apologize for joking about your grandpa's old cottage when we first met. It's really a nice little house. However, you might need some extra space someday. That's where I can help. If you bring me some raw materials and pay a fee, I can expand your home. The first expansion I offer includes a kitchen. With a kitchen, you'll be able to cook any recipes you've learned. Anyway, I hope you're starting to feel at home in Stardew Valley. Robin. So Robin, that's really nice of Robin to write us because she's basically letting us know that, she can come and upgrade our house once we have enough materials. But for now, today's the first day we get to harvest our parsnips, you guys. That's the first crop that we've ever grown on our farm. And after we water the rest of our crops today, we'll actually get to try one of the parsnips that we grew. And we'll even get to sell them to the rest of Pelican Town so they can enjoy our parsnips as well. And you guys remember how that works, right? Mayor Lewis comes to collect our harvests in the evening. Did you see we just ate one of our parsnips? I know it's only in the game, and I wish I had a parsnip in my hand right now that I could try in real life, but I don't, unfortunately. Maybe when you're at the grocery store or the supermarket with your grown-up next time, ask them to buy a parsnip. And there's all kinds of amazing ways you can cook parsnips, like making parsnip fries, or making parsnip mash, or making parsnip stir fry, or even making parsnip chips if you slice them really thinly. And on our goal list today, we also have a goal called raising animals. And Robin, the local carpenter who just sent us a letter, also can actually help us build chicken coops. And also we have another goal here that is basically saying that we need to build a scarecrow. And a scarecrow is something that a lot of farmers will build and put out into the middle of their vegetable patches to scare away birds that want to kind of come fly down and eat their crops. And they only work sometimes, they don't always work, but they're better than nothing. We don't really have enough materials right now to build all those things, but the game is basically telling us that we need to start thinking about that. We need to start planning out how we're going to build and how we're going to expand our farm. So we'll run through that together and you can help. So right now, we're actually just going to go down to the Cindersnap Forest to do our daily harvest of wild spring onions. That means we actually get parsnips from our farm and wild spring onions from the forest. So what do you think you can make when you put those two things together? Well, probably with a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper, you could chop up a bunch of spring onions and a bunch of fresh parsnips and make a little spring onion parsnip stir fry. I don't know how good it is. I've never made it before, but it sounds kind of delicious. So we can actually go back up to our farm now and put those wild spring onions in our sales bin for Mayor Lewis to come collect later. So you guys can see as we're going through the game, we're actually trying to sell more and more vegetables so that the townspeople can enjoy our fresh harvests and our wild harvested vegetables. But for now, there's actually a special thing we're gonna do in Stardew Valley today. We're gonna go to Pierre's and upgrade our backpack. So it's a big investment. Oh, hey, Sebastian. I didn't hear you. I'm busy thinking about something. What do you want? Oh, nothing. It's all good. Hey, Alex. My arms are really sore, but that's a sign of progress for a guy like me. I must have done 1,000 push-ups yesterday. That's nice we got to say hi to Alex and Sebastian on the way down to the beach. Because we're just going to do our daily fishing ritual. And I wonder if we're going to see Willie, but I don't see him. You know what I do see, though? Is all the beautiful little pink cherry blossoms floating around in the wind, being carried off to wherever they're going. In the spring, when the cherry blossoms are done blooming, they'll slowly release their little pink petals and they'll get carried by the wind anywhere, sometimes really long distances. But while we go fishing, I wanted to show you guys something. You remember in, I think the last video, where I took you out into the garden and showed you our vegetable planter beds? Well, if you didn't see that, you should go back and check out the last video, the one before this one, because there's something I didn't show you that's kind of relevant to right now. And it's our worm bin, also known as our worm farm. And it's basically 2 big bins where we have tons and tons of worms, like hundreds of worms. And we give them things like vegetable scraps, paper, cardboard, all kinds of things. And what they do is they eat it and they actually poop out really good soil. Did you know that worms can do that? Come with me, I'll show you. All right, so I've taken off the cover and I wanted to show you guys what we have here. So you can see all the little worms crawling around and they're just eating away like little pieces of vegetables, parts of the soil. They're doing good work here. And guess what? I also brought out a little treat for the worms. This is a bunch of chopped up banana peel that they're gonna absolutely love. There's lots of potassium and sugar and moisture. I'm just gonna dump it all out, all over. I'm gonna spread it out for them. And this is really yummy worm food that they're just gonna eat slowly over time and they're gonna love it. They're gonna be really, really happy. And what they're gonna give me back in exchange for all this yummy banana peel is beautiful soil, all just like this. Beautiful soil that the plants and the veggies are gonna love. Dark, earthy soil, just like this. A really positive cycle, because we give our vegetable scraps to the worms, they eat it, they poop out fertilizer for us to use to grow even more vegetables. I really want to thank you guys for coming and learning a little bit about how the worms work. And so you'll see I've covered them up again. And we keep them in this little greenhouse here because we want to have like a warm environment for them. It's still early spring, so it's still a little chilly out, but the sun is really nice right now. The sun is doing all sorts of good things for the garden. We'll be out here a lot this spring and summer. And we'll just catch this last fish and see if Willie's around. I wonder if he's in his little fish shop, but I'm not sure. Oh, doesn't look like he's here. There's little pink shrimps moving around in there. Willie's got all kinds of fun and strange things in his fish shop. And it looks like that little ladder probably climbs up to his house, probably. Because it looks like there's a little window at the top of his fish shop. That's probably where he sleeps. So let's head back up to Pelican Town right now, because we're done fishing for the day. And, oh, hey, Elliot. You probably wouldn't like it inside my cabin. It's dark and full of spiders. Oh, hey, Willie. If the local fishing scene got a bit more lively, I might expand the shop's stock. Wow. Stardew Valley is so full of really nice people in the community, like Harvey. Hey, Harvey, can I do anything for you? No? Take care, Harvey says. Nice to see Harvey. And also, we're going to sell these dandelions to Pierre so he can sell them in his store. And hey, there's Shane. Hey, Shane. Why are you bothering me? I want to be alone. Oh, sorry, Shane. We were just saying hi, but we'll leave you alone. It feels to me like Shane is upset, or maybe he's sad about something, because he seemed kind of bothered by us saying hey to him. That's actually Shane putting up what we call a boundary. And setting boundaries is an important part of growing up. Do you guys know what a boundary is? Boundaries are something that everybody has. And you can kind of think of your own boundary as like a bubble around you. And when someone goes into your bubble and you don't want them to go into your bubble, that's someone invading your boundary and not respecting your boundary. And you can actually help people respect your boundaries by being clear about what you like and what you don't like. So try not to be afraid to say things like, I don't like that, or can you please stop that, if someone's invading your own boundary and it's making you feel not very good. Does that make sense? Learning about boundaries and respecting other people's boundaries and also your own boundaries is really important. And it's also a really important part about growing up. If you want to learn more about boundaries, you can probably ask your favorite grown-up, a teacher, or someone else you trust. But for now, let's head up to the community center because I want to see if we can fix that quote-unquote rat problem that Mayor Lewis was talking about. Wow. So it looks pretty old in here, and the floors are broken. There's even kind of like some weeds growing out of the floors, but what? Hey, do you guys see that? It's another one of those little magical creatures, and it's a yellow one. Let's see if we can say hi to it. It just disappeared. Did you guys see that? Am I going crazy? What's this glowing thing here? Huh. What? Those aren't letters? That's some kind of weird language that I've never seen before. This looks like some kind of magic piece of paper that we don't know how to read, but maybe we will soon. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep exploring. So it looks like over here there's some kind of broken glass container. There's a furnace room. There's another office space up here that everything just looks broken. So it's gonna take us a lot of work to put the community center back together, but I promise you guys, I actually know what happens when we do, and it'll be worth it. So just be patient with me. Oh, hey, Robin. Hey, Demetrius. Let's see if compounds the rising sphere contains sufficient levels of carbon. Oh, sorry. I was pondering some data. I didn't notice you there. Do you need anything? No. Robin says, our house is so beautiful. I love the fresh air of the mountains. Me too. Have you guys ever been camping up in the mountains before? Oh, hey, is that Abigail playing some kind of instrument? I wonder what she's playing. It looks like a flute, but let's not bother her. She looks busy. Speaking of instruments, do you guys play any instruments? Like the piano or the flute or the recorder? Did you know that when I was not quite a kid, but when I was a teenager, I used to play the drums? And the drums are just a bunch of drums that you can bang with wooden sticks, and they make lots of noise, and they're really loud and they're really fun to play. And I used to play the drums in a bunch of different bands. It was so fun and so rewarding making music with other people. And I hope you get to have that opportunity as well. But for now, it's getting really late, so let's head to bed. Whew. Wow, there's Show Me. Let's turn on the fire. And let's just take a moment to breathe and to check in with what we did today. Checking in is a really important part of a daily ritual. And checking in and being aware of your body and asking yourself how you feel is really important. It's really healthy, and it's also a really important part of growing up. So let's just take a moment here and take a deep breath and reflect on what we did today. We went fishing, we got a new backpack, and we even said hi to a bunch of people in Pelican Town. And let's check the weather for tomorrow, just so we're better prepared. It looks like tomorrow is going to be clear and sunny all day. So that's great news. It means we'll have to water our crops in the morning, and I'm looking forward to what the next day brings to us. And it looks like we leveled up in farming and fishing as well. So we're doing a good job. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next episode of JoMo Kids.